I'm Mike Orchard from Hive. We put together teams of freelancers to deliver projects for businesses.
My name is Nigel, Davey. I run a small marketing agency called SME Needs. We provide part-time or virtual marketing director services to small businesses.
So what made us sign up for Avrium? Being that we work with freelancers, we can sometimes have issues with cash flow. So freelancers tend to want to be paid throughout the project, probably on a weekly basis, whereas our clients tend to give us a payment up front and then a payment on completion. So we've got to manage that cash flow, and it can be quite a pain and quite difficult to do. But using Avrium, I get to check in on the dashboard, see where we are with everything, set some alerts so that I don't have to worry about reminding people when to pay, and yeah, just getting all that out of my head and onto the laptop gives me headspace to do all the other things that I have to do.
We're a busy agency. I'm moving about between client sites all day, every day. I needed something that was going to help me to manage my cash flow and make sure I didn't have any issues. I actually got stung by a client not long before signing up for Avrium. That gave me the extra impetus to get something in place.
How easy was it to set up Avrium?
Really simple.
Super easy. 2 steps, put my email in, set a password, then link that up to our Xero accounting software so that it pulls through all the data and provides the insights in the dashboard that we need.
I simply logged onto the website, followed the instructions, and within a couple of minutes I was connected to Xero, so it had all my accounting information and I was up and running. So really, really simple. How often do I use it? Pretty much on a weekly basis. The Avrium is really good that it's got a whole series of reminders that it sends you to encourage you and to make sure that you're using the product to its full capability and to keep the cash flowing into the business.
I'd say initially I was in there every day because I really wanted to learn what it could do, how I could make it work for us, how I could make it take away some of those things that I was worried about and those nagging doubts about has someone paid, do I know who's paid, who hasn't. But now we probably dip into that once a week just to check that everything's as it should be, and then monthly I tend to review it and think, okay, is there anything different happening next month? Do I need to set any new reminders? Is there anything that could work even better? What's been the biggest benefit to our business? I'd say it's just taking away the worry of has something been paid? Do I need to remind someone? Just automating some of that so that I don't really have to think about it anymore. The other thing would be opening our eyes to alternative finance. So when we do know that we're going to have an issue with cash flow, we can be much more proactive about putting some working capital in place. On top of that, we're also now starting to work with bigger companies, and as we do so, we can be more proactive about looking up their status in terms of credit and think about, okay, do we need to offer them a specific setup in terms of payment terms with us? How can we reduce any risk that there might be, having done some research on their credit rating?
It's keeping the cash flowing in. It keeps me on top of things so that I'm invoicing on time and that I'm chasing outstanding invoices. What would I recommend about Avrium? Pretty much everything. There's nothing I can fault with it. It does what it says on the tin. It's there to keep me working and keep me controlling my cash flow.
Why they should use Avrium? I think just getting that stuff out of your head so that you're not worried about it. Have I reminded someone? Have I chased something? What do I need to do next? This system just sort of helps you automate that and gives you some suggestions, some ideas about what else you could be doing to make life easier and keep the cash flow running smoothly.